Hello guys, 26.0.4 patch notes have just been dropped. Let's have a look at them. After an update, def comment. Overall, we're pretty happy with the meta diversity and power in standard right now. There are a few outliers that we're looking to rein in with this patch, but the bigger focus is on raising the power level of some of the new Festival Legend cards and archetypes so that they can compete with the stronger stuff and people can feel better about trying out these fun new strategies. Okay. System update. All Death Knight cards with any 3 rune requirements are now removed from all discover pools and random generation effects. Or that's what we figured it would be. This is quite a big change, so you can't discover like Frostburn's Fury or Vampiric Bloods. Death Knight is a very strong class right now, and this change weakens the class across the board. We've also received a lot of feedback that one of the more frustrating parts of playing against Death Knights when they're able to generate additional copies of powerful triple rune cards. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I don't think this change is actually going to make Death Knight much weaker. A lot of the ones that are good to discover are also not triple rune cards. But as for a feels-based nerf, I think this is a good thing. It'll maybe feel a bit better to play against Blood DK knowing that they're capped on how much Vampiric Bloods they can have. But I think the power level is probably going to remain pretty similar. Got some card changes now. Rowdy Fan used to be +4 attack, now it's +3. Rowdy Fan has gotten a lot of attention in combination with Steno, a powerful combo at high levels of play. But even outside that combo, it's a card that is a bit too efficient in a wide variety of decks. Yeah, seems reasonable. Will it still be played? Possibly. Possibly just in decks that it really excelled at. If it's not good enough in Frosty K, there's certainly quite a big nerf because that deck really relied on this for early damage. They'll probably still run it for a bit, but we'll see. Probably have to look at the stats and the feel of the card to know if it's good again. Alright, Fridge is getting nerfed. Now it's a 3/6, and that's the only change. Death Knight has several strong decks, and Frost Death Knight stands out as one of the strongest of the bunch. We wanted to shave a bit more power off it by bringing one of the best cards more in line with the rest of the deck. Does this do anything? Making it a 3/6 instead of a 5/6. Don't know if this does anything. Not sure. I thought they'd make the health a bit lower, so it's easier to remove, because that's the thing you need to do when they play it. You need to remove it. 3/6, I guess it's not as punishing if you don't remove it, but usually you can't die if you don't remove it. I think the power of the card is the AoE and the fact that it draws Frostworm's Furies. And it's still going to do that. So I don't know if this is that much of a nerf. I really don't think it is. Card's probably still pretty strong. Twig of the World Tree getting changed in Wild. Old Death Rattle gain 10 mana crystals. New Death Rattle refresh your mana crystals. Oh wow, they completely gutted it. Twig of the World Tree is the best card in a really good deck, leading to some frustrating gameplay experiences in Wild right now. Okay. Yeah. I mean, okay. And now it's not very good, right? That's good news for Wild fans. Rowdy Fan and Twig will be eligible for full dust refunds, but Fridge is a core set card. Unlucky. Alright, next we've got some warrior buffs. Voon going to 3 mana. This is kind of what we thought would happen. Alright, might enable some menagerie stuff to be a bit better. Okay. Verse Rift going to 1 mana. Bridge Whiff going to 5 mana. Okay, we riff him. Maybe these are playable. We've got also Power Slider going to a 2/3. Okay, I thought it was going to be a 1/3. 2/3. Okay, +1/+1. Sure. It's quite a big deal for the card. We got this for the Menagerie deck, and Verse Rifts in general for Warrior. Okay, what else? Shield Block going to 2. Okay, that's pretty good. 2 mana shield block. It's like very, very good actually. Cards are very strong now, I'd say. Oh, they didn't make this 1 mana. I wanted the 1 mana flunky. 2 mana, 2/3. Yeah, it's like fine now. Probably playable. It's not got a type or anything, so it's probably not making it into a Menagerie deck. But maybe like Enrage Warrior would run this, or a Control Warrior if a Control Warrior can exist. Could maybe run that. I'm still a bit skeptical though. Glory Below, what did they do for this? Oh, they removed the revive limit, and it looks like they didn't reformat the text either. Probably want to shove that down a little bit. Okay, I don't know how relevant that is. I'm kind of thinking maybe I can try and make a Thori Balor deck where we just try and revive Thori Balor a bunch. Maybe we can play the Voon to get 2 Thori Balors. I don't know. Maybe that can work. Probably not that great. We'll see there. Mage, Infinitize the Maxitude. Not going to 1 mana. Instead, 2 mana, but you reduce the spell by 1. Ooh, that's pretty good. That's actually kind of nutty good, actually. You can ramp a bit. This is kind of like 2 mana nature studies, right? A little bit like that. But you keep going, 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 going. That seems pretty good. I imagine it's played now. Like getting some nutty discovers like Deathborn or Cold Case could be really, really good for this. Okay, they actually did make this 2 mana. 2 mana 3/2 version of this again. This is a huge change. I think this card's very, very good now. Very, very good. Almost always will hit something. 2 mana 3/2 that gives you another spell. It's good. Copy Cold Case, copy Deathborn. If you're on the coin, copy a coin at the very least. You don't have any other spells, but yeah, very nice card. And reverting the Siren, I think everyone expected that. They brought the health down as well, which is probably wise. This deck might work. Kind of hoping it's not top tier because it was not very fun to play against. It's kind of fun to play though. So if it's not top tier, that's perfect for the deck because you won't see it everywhere. Oh, they made this a 1/3. I would prefer a 2/2 for this, so that the Deathborn synergy is still there. This is just such a weird buff that they did. The card really did not need a buff, and I'm not sure this is going to change much at all. Dev Comment Mage got 2 major focuses in festivals, Light Show and DJ Maelstrom. Audio Splitter and Infinitize the Maxitude can both fit into these decks and others, so we hope these changes can open up the class. As for the reversion to Spitelash Siren, what more can we say other than Naga spell Naga? Alright, I expect there's going to be a lot of Naga mages on ladder today. Stranglethorn Heart. Okay, we're going from 10 to 8 mana. Sure, I don't know if this is going to be enough for Big Beast Hunter, but step in the right direction. Give all arcane spells in your hand and deck spell damage +1. Okay, I did that change. Sure. Still don't think this is going to be that good. They've come like Infinitize the Maxitude, Stranglethorn Heart is underperforming. We're giving them both buffs because we want these legendary spells to feel better to open and play. We're also buffing Halduron to give some help to the Arcane Hunter package that has never had a chance to shine. Yeah. Okay, whatevers. I still don't think these are going to be very good. Big Beast and Honor needs a little bit more than just this. Jazz Base. Ah, oh, no. They did the boring one. They didn't make it 2 mana. That's a shame. I don't know if this deck's going to change that much. If this is still 3 mana. Like, it's obviously a bit better. You can kill some things when you play it. Do a bit more face damage, sure. But 2 mana would have opened up so much more. Altered Chord? Oh, wow. I really expected this to go to 1 mana when it gets discounted. They just given it +1 damage. Honestly, that's like very much whatever. I don't know if that's going to make a huge deal. Lowrider now a 1 mana 2/1. Okay, that might open up some more because the card was mega awkward at 2. 1 mana much more reasonable with the overload cards. You can actually overload on 1 and then play this on 2. But I mean you're probably not gonna. But you can do that. Lightning Storm, now overload 1, that was expected. Defcon, the new overload Shaman deck has not performed where we wanted or expected to, so we're giving it help with all these changes. This change to Lightning Storm also puts him better in line with the other 3 to 4 cost AoE spells. Okay, so they're definitely making Holy Nova 3 mana as well with that line. Crescendo going to 2, and this going to 4. 4 mana 3/4. Shit, these are massive buffs. Shaved off 1 mana each. That's kind of crazy. You can actually like play 2 into coin 4 very easily now. This might be quite strong, this little package. I guess it might go into Implock as the best home, but there might be other control-y Warlocks that might be able to run it as well. Alright. Siphon Soul, 4 mana, and it's still restore 3. This is not going to see play. No way it sees play. It needs to buff the health restorer as well, I think. Warlock is one of the weakest classes in the game right now, so we're giving it some buffs to its new fatigue package. We're also bumping up Siphon Soul, which we think should help the class a little more generally. I don't know, it's just not going to see play. Pretty sure, so... Don't know if it's really going to help them. 3/2 Record Scratcher, sure. There's no other changes to the combo deck though. Don't think this is going to do enough. Maybe you can turn it into a weapon rogue, but I have my doubts. Lingtron, oh, it's not. It's a 5/5 now, huh? I really didn't think they'd do that. 5/5 Blingtron. I thought they'd make it 4 mana. But now it's not got the Blingtron stats. Okay. Sure. Guess it's kind of playable as a 5/5. Rogue has some good decks right now, especially at high levels. We didn't want to further strengthen those existing decks, but we did want to give them some more options in the festival set. Yeah, I just don't know if these are enough to do anything, really. Maybe this will actually be okay in some decks, but I really don't think the Record Scratcher is going to take off. Yep. Holy Nova going to 3 as we expected. They changed it to all enemy minions as well. Okay. Yeah. Priest players and shambles, never 4 mana, deal 3. Just gonna be deal 2 for 3. Right now, Priest has some powerful aggro strategies. This adjustment is to make its other decks control and overheal more enticing. I don't know if that's gonna be good in overheal Priest. Bit too expensive, you can't really combo it with your heal cards. While some players were hoping for more overheal support in this patch, overheal is an evergreen mechanic that we hope to and expect to evolve over time, including through additional future card drops instead of just adjustments to our first batch. Okay, that makes some sense. So I think the overheal deck really just needs like a cheap AoE heal, like Circle of Healing, but something like that. But like the cards themselves are like fine, they're good. They just don't have enough support for it yet. So you don't need to like overbuff the overheal cards themselves. Kiri, a 3 mana 2/2. I was kind of hoping for a 1 stat bump on this as well. Sure, maybe it's alright. Don't think so though, probably not. Death Blossom Wampa. Oh. They didn't give it Taunt. Decreased mana, -1/-1. 5 mana 6/5. Backwards draw Death Metal. Death Rattle minion and gain its Death Rattle. Okay. Definitely a lot more playable at 5 than at 6. I wonder if you can run this card in decks just running the hero power package. Like, it's not a very powerful death rattle, but like, it does draw your beast stuff. Problem is if you're trying to make a dedicated big death rattle deck, you cannot run that hero power package within it. So we'll see on this card. Not sure. Might be okay. Alright, and that's all of them. Dev comment, Druid is one of those classes that has seen a lot of new Festival Legend cards see play, and we're pretty happy with the expansion set it has landed. Taking this opportunity to set a higher bar for the core set and to encourage more of the cool death rattle support the class got from Murder at Castle Nutshell. Alright, sure. I'm not sure if this take off, but I'm kind of interested in the card because it's like pretty decent. 5/6/5 that draws a card and has a death rattle. That's pretty decent. It was just a bit too clunky at 6 mana, I think. Maybe this could be okay, this card now. We shall see. And that's the standard adjustments. There's some battleground stuff here and maybe some dual stuff too. I think there's some bug fixes. Fixed a bug where Arcanite Ripper's effect was not improving when damage and healing occurred at the same time. Okay. That seems to be pretty much it. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the patch. I'll be playing it tonight on my Twitch stream. And hopefully we'll get a bunch of new archetypes. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.